We are celebrating the 50th anniversary of the Third World Press founder Hakeem Mahabuti. And this week has been phenomenal. And we should be so pleased with ourselves that we are supporting what is our history, what our storytellers, our griots, as well as our historians have documented by way of the Third World Press. 50 years of documenting our history and what we have to say about our conditions. Can we give that a round of applause? Yes, yes indeed. So before we move forward, I just think it's really important that we at least acknowledge the importance of the spirit of our ancestors. And we should also not forget how grateful we should be that we're here tonight, that we're not necessarily in direct fire, and that's literally as well as figuratively, in the storms and the whirlwinds of nature and of man. So can we take 10 seconds to just care about those people who are not here and as fortunate as we are, and be grateful for our fortune? 10 seconds. Asante Sana, Asante Sana. I am also very happy to have come, what some people will say, full circle, because I graduated from Kennedy King College. Yes, I did, with a double major in nursing and theater. How about that? That was decades ago. I'm so proud. And I get a chance tonight to, after traveling the world, after visiting the Caribbean islands and Hawaiian islands and Africa and London and South America, I get a chance to come back and share my experiences with people who are now just coming through KKC. And I get a chance to introduce the president, the current president of Kennedy King. I met him, quite impressed with the brief meeting that we had. So but before I say his name, let us also recognize Dean Eddie Phillips, who will speak to us in a moment. Can you give him a round of applause, please? Dean Eddie Phillips. And a round of applause for the current president, Craig Lynch.
So great to meet Kennedy King graduates, right? You just walking around the city, you meet City College students, alumni at all facets of life. They're all super successful, and it really brings a sense of pride, right? It makes you really honored to have an opportunity to lead this institution as we help to really drive the transformation of Inglewood. Good evening. I'm Interim President Craig Lynch, and I want to welcome you all to Kennedy King College. I'm very proud and honored for Kennedy King to host tonight's event celebrating the 50th anniversary of Third World Press, founded by Dr. Hakeem Mahabuti, who is also a Kennedy King graduate. Now, while many of you know Kennedy King, some of you may not be as familiar with us and what we do here, so I thought I would take this opportunity to share some more information about this college and what makes us a great option for any current and prospective student. Now, we're widely known for our outstanding culinary, hospitality, and construction programs, and rightly so, because those programs give students the education and skills they need to get jobs in growing industries. But did you know that we also have over 114 college courses that are guaranteed to transfer to almost any college in the state through a statewide agreement that we have? Until last year, Kennedy King College also had the highest graduation rate in the district for 3 years in a row, reaching or exceeding the state average. This really speaks to the quality of our education that we provide to students and the fact that we have really committed faculty, staff, and facilities to help students be successful no matter what they want to do in life. But think about that. Not only can we make sure that students are able to pursue their career goals if they want to work right away, but we also ensure that students can pursue their goals to transfer to four-year universities and continue their studies to bachelor's degrees and beyond. The fact is that Kennedy King is a great place for all students, no matter what their goals are. And in fact, community colleges as a whole are seen more and more as viable options for students to start their career journeys. It's a little-known fact, but over 40% of all undergraduate students are community college students. And those students also know that it's a really smart choice because students that get their associate's degree can save $30,000 to $40,000 for the cost of their total education. So it's a really smart choice as well as a great choice for them in terms of getting the education that they want. Now, while we are proud of our successes and the value proposition we think we have here at Kennedy King, we know that we have so much more work to do in ensuring that all citizens of Inglewood and all Chicagoans have access to education that allows them to truly thrive in today's competitive economy. I look forward to leading this campus to achieve that vision as we help to really drive the rebirth of Inglewood. One comment often made to me as I work in and around the campus is that we need to engage with the community more, right? I hear a lot about engaging with the community. And I thought a lot about it. Like, since we are a community college, it makes sense, but what does community engagement really mean? And I'm sure it means lots of things to different people, but for sure, one key way to engage with the community is to have thought-provoking and intellectually stimulating discussions, performances, and events around topics that matter. It also includes working with and supporting people and organizations that have been at the forefront of telling our stories, our positive stories, our great stories, our community stories to the world. And Third World Press has certainly been successful at doing that for over 50 years. Give another round of applause. Tonight's event and performance, and really the whole week of events, is a great example of that kind of community engagement. And many of you know this because we've talked about it a couple times, but Third World Press has been at the forefront of publishing the works of super talented Black authors of all genres for over 50 years. So this anniversary is truly, truly a milestone to be celebrated and be proud of. Not many people tell our stories the way we want them to be told, and so for someone to take the lead and really make sure that our stories get out there, it's really impressive, and lots of people try to emulate the success that Third World Press has had. Now tonight, you will hear from very accomplished and talented performers, Jessica Care Moore, Ugochi, Malcolm London, and a couple of our students. and they all will engage and inspire you. Again, we're so honored to have you here on campus. Hope you have a great night, enjoy the performances, and thank you. So with that, I also want to bring up Dean of Instruction, Eddie Phillips, who's been instrumental in helping to organize Kennedy King's support of the event. He's done a fantastic job of working with everybody to make sure that this comes to life and is the best event possible tonight. So Eddie, thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you all for being with us tonight. I echo the sentiments, President Lynch, and congratulations to Dr. Hakeem and Third World Press. We're really honored to host tonight's event. I'm just here before you for a brief moment. I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge all of the amazing faculty and staff and students that are in the audience that have really helped support this event. We have several of our digital photography students in the audience taking photos tonight. Give them a round of applause. We also have several faculty and staff that are kind of scattered inside and outside. Dr. Eric Curry over in the corner there. Been extremely helpful. Professor Temple Hemphill Chappelle in the back. Our student services team. Again, I just want to say thanks to everyone who really helped put this event together. Certainly it was a collective effort. I take no ownership of doing this. This was really a team effort, getting behind what we thought was a very noteworthy cause to celebrate artistry, to celebrate 50 years of fearless publishing and scholarship and advocating for social justice issues. And so again, congratulations, Dr. Hakeem, for what you've done for this community, for scholarship in general. So we are an institution of learning, and we'd be further remiss if we did not make this an actual student learning activity. So I have the distinct honor of being able to bring forward to you, present to you, two of our own students that are poets, and they're going to come before you today and present a couple of their pieces. And so we're going to bring out first Mr. Brian Thompson. If you can give him a warm round of applause. Brian.
Luke. Hi. Hey, how y'all doing today? Good? Good. Hey, there's one thing I want to talk to y'all about, though. Society. Okay, so I'm thinking to myself, I got a lot of people fighting me because their life is reigning in stress and anxiety, all because they need acceptance from society. But society, they hit you quicker than Twister. Sound no whisper, giving headshots of liquor. Are you getting the picture? I mean, real talk, society, in many ways, has many corruptions. And as far as corruptions, which causes many interruptions, but one thing society has on many of our youth is something called influence. But I want to lecture you all about being yourselves all day because it's going to be like metaphor, blah, blah, get a snore. Who is this written for? It's the ones that get ignored. Whole time. I'm just looking at society right now like this whole world because I'm looking at society as why not have world peace? Because every time I look on the news, it's like I'm thinking and I'm walking. Shouldn't have to say this often. I'm not asking you this often. No more brothers in that coffin. No more families in tears. No more children having fears. No more bashing from my peers. Let's encourage each other here. As a people we disgrace, always victims of a race. Why don't we just pick up the pace? Make the world a better place. Ignorance I cannot take. We always make the same mistake. Start working together for good. We down each other's moves we make. Minds are getting hollower. Walls around us taller. Imagination smaller. We need leaders. No more followers. They took the arts and just tore them apart. Shows they have no heart. They don't care for a start. Some people are kings and queens. Some dance, rap, and sing. Listen, boys and girls, don't let them take your wings. Mine's going this world. I think I'm about to hurl. Listen, boys and girls, out here's a tough world. Now, as far as school shooters, I mean, we the main ones looking for the villains, but it's the main ones sitting on the ceiling, it's the main ones sitting in class chilling, it's the main ones that get stoned, it's the main ones that get to deal with the main ones with the weird feeling, with the main ones that get to killing. So I spit that knowledge out, leave them healing, get a closer look. Everyone's a crook, no reason, but they lost belief, selling green leaves, walking down the streets, trying to beat key. I blame the staff, only giving half, that's the wrong path. Watch the aftermath, it's a mess of system. Ain't teach your wisdom, teach your downstairs, baby autism. So significance, stop ignorance, showing endurance, showing importance. No education means no innovation. Don't believe in quick demonstration. The ideas we create, the things that we make, all go show that books and people crash and burn for the things that earn. They'll never learn till it's their turn. So it's our time. Now as far as underground conspiracies now. I mean, I'm literally looking around like, are the cameras my friend or not? It's like, I'm looking at everybody like, look at my own people, looking at the government, like, they have no morals and no principles. They think they are invincible. They corrupt us with subliminals, which makes us look like criminals, surrounding us with liquor stores. What you drinking liquor for? Judging from the news and media, that's what makes us kidding. We made black homicide, which keeps us all locked inside. Notice one thing, call it black on black genocide, but this one I don't blame the man. Everyone wants to be a fan, I blame everyone for being faker than their name brings. Kids want to be grown, trying to live on their own. If we don't do something, they'll be afraid of the unknown. No one cares how things are ran. No one sticks it to the man. They just buy accessories while they're counting up our bands. We're not hard to describe. They guys divided up in tribes, making us give advice. If we sell out for a bribe, I'm a little bit tense. I'm a little bit tense right now, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Super tense. Super tense to the point where I'm like, tense. Peace.
Brian Thompson, everyone, let's give him a big round of applause. And we have one more student performance for you all. I'm going to bring to the mic Poet.
Let me tell you about Let me tell you about where I come from. I come from a place where you gotta take a bus card just to get something to eat. And most of you make 20, that's $4 for the next 6 days with no income, that's okay. You'll make it until next week, but then you're gonna have to do it all again. I tell everybody that you never know what the future beholds, so you can't help but be scared of it. And if you keep pushing it away, you'll never see what it can do for you or who it'll bring you to. So now let life play me. Let me like I'm Pippi. Yes, Pippi Longstocking getting ready for the winter and the summertime. Yes, the summertime, because where I come from out here, bodies get dropped like snowflakes, not cold ones, but black ones, and guns get passed out like back rubs to Thanksgiving turkeys, and bullets get passed out like food knuckles, so everybody kids full of lead, caskets get passed out like prostitutes giving head. How many dead because they were scared of the future? How many scared thinking about what could be different? Stuck. Where I come from, like being in your 12 blunt, eyes closed so you can't see the future because everybody else say that's the best way. But at the end of my day, I just hope to stare at my own slim and say goodbye to the past. Hope to see tomorrow. Just gotta open my eyes to where I come from, Chicago. I'll be like, is anybody there? Is anybody there? I'm cold, I'm scared, and it's been about 7 years since I've seen the light. The last thing I seen was me stealing my last 2 bags outside of my hood. It was a stain, so I had to let my guard down 2 bags for the 15, and they only cost a fin. What to the devil I said? With a smile I walked off, and that was the last thing I saw. I heard 2 shots, so I dropped in. Everything went black. Got shot twice in the head. I should have seen that. It was the 3rd of July. My birthday, in fact. It was my baby's too. He was turning 1 that day. I was so happy I didn't know what to do. I was only trying to get him something nice. But you know that something nice came with a price that I never thought that I would have to pay. And I paid it anyway. And everybody walking around like it's okay. I never gangbang, just sold so my mom could keep the bills paid so my baby would be free. Forced to be a grown man at a young age, so I couldn't focus on me. So I focused on living life and love. And I love poetry. If I was alive today, I would be like, life isn't an easy thing to live in Chicago. You ain't your time to die, like waiting for the mailman who's 3 days late. And what about that man who knows he'd be yesterday when he goes to the corner? That corner and buy weed from a 10-year-old. See that same 10-year-old pull out his gun and shoot at another baby who just trying to do the same thing you are. Live life and love life. Why is it called that if we can't live it? Why don't we live a life of heartbreak and sorrow? Why can't we be one? One in the unison, one in the same. Why can't we come together as black people and actually be a minority? Why do we shoot in front of a property that belongs to the government? Why does this happen in neighborhoods where I live? Can you see me now? I want to live. Thank you.
Can we give Poet and Brian another round of applause? So as a tribute to their bravery and getting in front, this isn't an easy thing to do. And so we want to recognize both Poet and Brian with a couple of certificates. So I'm going to ask you all to come back to the stage just for a moment to be recognized. Appreciate y'all. It's all yours.
All right. I know we can do better than that. Let's give them a real warm round of applause. Yes, indeed. Yes. Thank you. Our poets keep coming on. Yes. And that feels so good to me tonight. I hope it feels as good to you. Yes. There was a question asked of the Red Cross during the 9/11 incident in America. And the question was, when you receive calls, what was most of them about? Well, it wasn't about necessarily the horrificness of what happened, point by point. It was more about just sharing the story, having someone to talk to. And that's what our poets do for us. They encourage us to talk about us, about our purpose and our future. And that's what we're celebrating here this evening. Another round of applause for our student poets. Now what we're going to do is switch on over to some fabulous seasoned performers, and we're going to start with Michael London. He has been called the Gil Scott-Heron of this generation by Cornel West. That's no small compliment. And also some of his quotes, two of them, give you 2. Open your eyes and see, all you have is all you need. Justice is what love looks like in public.
How y'all doing? I feel completely honored to be in this space. Much love and respect and all praise due to Baba Haki Madhubuti for Third World Press. If you don't know, you should know, get to know. That history, that legacy is the reason I'm standing here today. And yeah, I'm extremely excited. And thank you to Pilar in this space. My name is Malcolm London. I'm a poet, I'm an MC, a rapper. I'm from the west side of Chicago. Okay, squad. I feel you. Cool. All right. Yeah. So, I love that part of the city, like I love the rest of the city. But that's where I'm from. I'm gonna read a couple poems and talk about that, and just get right into it. This first one is more of a that was a little intense. The first one I'm gonna read is it's a eulogy for my uncle Billy Ray, who passed away about 3 weeks ago. And so, thank you. But I think growing up in a city like Chicago, we don't. Gwendolyn Brooks has a poem where she states, or quotes, how unlikely it is for us as black folks to see each other grow until our hair turns white. And being in a city like Chicago, and in a moment like this one, being able to see folks grow old and live full, beautiful lives, as the missing I will feel him. It's also a very warm feeling to see, especially when some of your cousins and your friends may not make it there, and often do not. So, thoughts after my uncle Billy Ray died last week. There is famine, and there is war, and there is disaster at every coast. There is bloodshed, and there is money, and there is confusion. There is no way of knowing if anyone will miss you when your body turns to ash. There's earthquake, and there's heartbreak, and there is no Richter scale for their comparison. There's death, and there's no way to deal with how heavy it feels. And there is my father. And I've known him to be a strong man, and I've known this all my life. But I know there are things even he can't carry all by himself. He's lost a niece and 2 siblings and a best friend. And I've never seen him cry, but I know his spine aches. I read books, and I write poems sometimes, and I write raps, and I watch Netflix, and I teach kids, and I stop lying to women sometimes. And I think about the world a lot, and its problems, and how I can help in some tiny way solve them. And I don't know what I'm doing most days, and most days I don't know how strong you have to be to deal with depression and death and trauma and headlines, but I know my daddy's strong. And I know when I try to hold my head high while singing about how the world don't revolve unless it's spinning on someone's finger, I can still hear my Uncle Billy's laugh in my father's voice. I done seen his smile in my daddy's smile. I done seen the police kill someone on a video camera, and I cried. Had a big brother get shot 5 times, and I did it. Had my woman leave me, and I definitely did. I am learning that everything that don't bring tears still bring a whole lot of hurt. I mostly heard my Uncle Billy Ray's laugh come through a speakerphone on my daddy's phone, and it always sounded like thunder. I guess that's why my papa feels so responsible for holding on to all this heavy rainfall. There is weather, and there's family. Whether there's sun or whether there's storm, there's always family. Before my papa taught me my name, he taught me that. And I wonder about the children my uncle left, Carrie, Jada, Justin, and Candace, and if they know their daddy was strong too. And I'm no meteorologist, but I often heard my daddy and my uncle roar each other's names, making me know all us children share some kind of heaven and some kind of sky. I want them to know that there's death, but there's love. That there's cloud, but there is heaven somewhere. There is, I know it. There is family, even when the weather don't permit. And we are there, like this sorrow, but much stronger. Cool. I've dropped, for maybe my younger folks on the spectrum of life, I dropped a project called Opia back in October of last year. You can download it, Spotify, SoundCloud, etc. And if you know any young people in the city that are high school students, I run an open mic with a good friend of mine by the name of Chance the Rapper, and it is October 16th, and all high school students are welcome in that space. So I'm going to spit a verse real quick if that's cool. This world built by men for men to protect them. Holy war say amen with aggression. Throwing money out of pocket, getting intercepted. Kaepernick could stand and never get respected. They were writing history books down in Texas. See, their system's getting bigger when you asking questions. Who am I to call myself a blessing if the God in me is constantly getting arrested? Malcolm X factor is not a factor to them. Tried to turn Malcolm X into Casper, they not well equipped. This to the car that I almost crashed, to the 2 daughters I almost had, to my brother who almost died. I see you pressing when they say you eclipse. I see your pain and it hurt. Bag lady, see your pain in your purse. Bag lady, see your pain and it's worse. When you the only one that's putting in work. A woman was killed up on the red line because she didn't want to talk to you dudes. So now I got to talk to you dudes. The darker the berry, the darker the sentence. Potential presidents, financial cysts on a princess. Love, Trump, hate, unless you're born with no gender. The gay agenda is just trying to be alive. More men afraid they some will wear a dress than address how we die. Yeah, my heart was big until they broke it. Mr. Copeland on my toes, going in circles, sipping bourbon, writing cursive, trying to find my love. But at least I found my purpose. I see your pain and it hurt. Bag lady, see your pain in your purse. Bag lady, see your pain and it's worse. When you the only one that's putting in work. I died back in 35 during the market crash before World War II. Rewind to a better time. It's all certified from the cordon bleu, because I've been cooking for a while now. Black chef in the kitchen for the white smiles. I too sing America, so don't tell me to pipe down or sit at the table my granny had to wipe down. Forget a system unless it come with Sam. Look at all the dead bodies laying on the ground. But still we rise like Maya Angelou. Step outside playing D'Angelo. Chicago smile for Timbuktu. Not many avenues for us to live up to. So what you want? Benjamin or Aretha Franklin? Respect on your name or a couple green faces. Cool. This is my last one. I am extremely excited to share the stage with Jessica Karen Moore. And Ugoji is a longtime friend and organizer, and so I'm also excited to see her. So again, thank y'all. This is my last piece. It is called "When Black Boys Are Killed on the West Side," a rebuttal. And I want to say one thing before I get out of here, is we are in a moment where very racist and ignorant and terrible people still think that when a black person is murdered by police, whether in a prison cell like Sandra Bland or in the middle of a street like Mike Brown, they still feel the need to defend these tragic actions. And the number one thing that they often reply to when we stand in our citizenship and say, hey, people we give our taxes to, why the hell are you killing us so frequently and so much without accountability? When we deem the right to question that, there's still some folks that go, well, what about black on black crime? As if a paid servant that is paid to protect the law is at the same standard as someone who grew up in poverty that they did not create. I think that doesn't match up. Also, this narrative of black on black crime, we have to ourselves especially get rid of. Particularly not because black folks don't harm other black folks. We know that. We live it. We've known it for a while. But that is more due to the fact that we live in poverty, that we live near each other. That when someone who is, I believe in the narrative that hurt people, and if I'm hurt and I hurt somebody, I'm not going to drive on the red line to Howard and go to Evanston and release my anger? Am I not? I'm going to harm the people I live next to. And Chicago has a deep history of segregation in this city. And so I say to those people, black on black crime is a myth. And it is how we talk about it that is a myth, not in its actual existence. And you don't hear any other. First thing first, there's more white people in America than anybody else. It's true. What we do. And by that, by the stats of the Department of Justice, more white people commit more violent crimes than anybody else. That's factually true, just by the sheer numbers. Yet we don't talk about white on white crime or racialize any other violence except when it comes to us. And so what that does is continually perpetuate a stereotype that we as black folks are more prone to violence than anybody else, when that's not true. The violence in our neighborhood happens because of capitalism, because of racism and institutional racism. And when people use that narrative, they absolve themselves of the responsibility, as if violence in Chicago is just a black thing. When they say it should be a universal thing. And it leaves us on our own to deal with it, when really, one, the fault of why it happens. Anyway, I'll continue to read the piece. Thank y'all. This is my When a black boy is killed on the west side. Also they say it as if people haven't been working. Like Third World Press hasn't been out here trying to educate young people in our communities. Like there aren't activists and generations of black arts movements in this city that have been around talking to our people and working. As if we're not out here trying to save our people, right? Like that all say, well, what about black on black crime? Well, we doing something about it. What you do? So when a black boy is killed on the west side, the first responder is late. The first response isn't anger. No one to protest. No one to be in opposition of. Only the uncrumpling of hollow. No Black Paul Revere shouting, the Klan is coming, the Klan is coming. No rifle to grab or curtain to peek through. No ice bucket challenge, only bucket boys sounding another funeral procession. When a black boy is killed on the south side, there is no time to waste cleaning up the blood when you are building trauma centers in your own living rooms. The windows drilled shut, trying to repair what is gone. There is no time to waste finding out who done it. Your grandma will have her suspicions. She will suspect whom she always does, the devil, and throw her hands up to God and whisper worship into her pot of greens that she cooked for the repast. The teleprompter won't mention how she stacked memorials in her apron. Won't call that activism. When a black boy is killed on the west side, we don't blame a loose bootstrap when America stole the boot, when aunties still sell food stamps for winter shoes. When a black boy is killed on the west side, there are no marching orders, no camouflage in a neighborhood of mirrors, no revenge to claim, no class action suit, only organizing for class action. When a black boy is killed, there is and always forget the police. When a black boy is killed on the west side, we conjure up a shredding of kin, replenish the pantry ransacked since the days our granddaddies were shared croppers. We plant seeds of a shared crop. When a black boy is killed on the west side, the first response is the forest trying to convince the axe it is wood. It is the pot calling the kettle black. It is the pot calling, screaming, stop! We are both burning. Thank you.
Malcolm London. Please give it up for Malcolm London. I know too many Michaels. That's what that's about. But the teaching that went on in his poetry was absolutely phenomenal. So I really want each and every one of you all to stay and be a part of the Q&A. And the beauty that he brought out was the understanding of how many generations that have been a part of this resistance of colonialism and this resistance of white supremacy. And I appreciate that, Malcolm London, and I might be saying Malcolm all night. Malcolm London. Give him another round of applause, please. And I'm going to do one shameless plug, and the other one won't be so shameless. I'd like to say that those of you who came in a little late, that my name is Masekwa Myers, and I'm the executive director of the Southside Community Arts Center. The plug, however, is in support of the diversity of black. We have two exhibitions at the Southside Community Arts Center, 38th in Michigan, and one of them is a photo exhibition, Tony Smith's work, and it's called Black is Beautiful, and our other gallery is an exhibition of fine arts called Black Love Matters. So we're celebrating black to the end of the year at the Southside Community Arts Center, and all of its diversity, all of its regalness, its distinction, and not what the mass media says we are. So come and visit us. The other plug is for why we're here, the 50th anniversary of the Third World Press. Amazing, the tenacity, the commitment, the vision. And so what I want you all to do is to make sure that you go to www.thirdworldpressfoundation, that's the whole, all words spelled out.com, to get what is left of this beautiful celebration and continue to be involved. There are some platters out on the tables outside, so please grab them as you're exiting. And remember that the Black Arts Movement Conference is this Friday, okay? And you might want to be there because it's featuring Sonia Sanchez, Maggie Brown. The dinner's at 5 p.m. It's at Betty Shabazz School. You need to be there. Make provisions to be there or send someone, okay? Or bring a group. All righty, we're moving right along. Ugochi is our next performer. And Ugochi is a special lady, and I need to say that she's been described as a lively, energetic, what else? Person that has blended a lot of sounds. Reggae, jazz, Afrobeat, if that's such a thing. I like to say Afro-beat or African beat, and jazz. And so I know her as a warm, loving, sharing individual that puts all of that energy into her music. So what I want you to do is understand that she makes your feet move and your heart think. Put your hands together and warmly welcome Ugochi.
How you doing, everybody? Oh, I just want to thank Malcolm London for that amazing presentation. What he had to say with his words, beautifully done. I'm just grateful to be here. This is an amazing institution, Third World Press. All of the people who made this happen, I just want to thank all of the people who made that happen. I'm going to do some poems today. I'm a poet, I'm an educator, I'm an activist, I'm somebody who loves Black people, and so I put all of that into what I do. This poem, most of the work that I've been doing lately has been set to music because, I love music, but poetry started it all. So, I'm going to do this one called The Lesson. And I wrote this piece one of the first times I went to the UK to perform and to say, oh, this is something I really want to do as an artist. We talk about BAM and conference. The Black Arts Movement has informed the movement, and it has been a really powerful tool in getting out information. So we're really special and feel special and lucky to be artists that are adding to that format right now. So I'm going to do a piece called The Lesson. In this world, I've been a lot of places, looking for Zen, women and men, boys and girls. Through them, I've seen so many traces of Jah people in all of God's faces. This epiphany has aided me to see more objectively and manifest in my life's lesson. So how much money you make in this life, that don't move me. It's just paper the fire can burn. It's what you make of this life with what you have that truly proves to be of real concern. How many people know your name? Now that's of no importance. Although they may come from wide and far. To excel at knowing yourself, now that makes more sense. See, you can never be a star if you're at war, if you don't know who you are. For the root of what's real in this life are the things that my money can't buy. I'm living a lie if I don't seek and find the right way to live. And the lesson that I'm gonna have to learn is the blessing I'm gonna have to earn by searching for the why. I will seek and find reason in my rhyme. So the kind of car that you drive, you might think it's the best. Oh yes, it's meaningless. It's not a true measure of success. So you can hide behind automobiles, whether they're old or new. See, what I wanna know is what or who is driving you. And the best block under a rock might be where you live, but still that doesn't determine what you give. You see, you give from the richness of your soul, not silver or gold, cars or loot. So too, that point is moot. For the root of what's real in this life are the things that my money can't buy. I'm living a lie if I don't seek and find the right way to live. And the lesson that I'm gonna have to learn is the blessing I'm gonna have to earn by searching for the why. I will seek and find reason in my rhyme. You see, the lesson that I learned, some folks still fear. But it's the lesson that returned my vision clear, so I will test the divine law. 2,000 been here. It's time for showing. That's our debt for knowing. We get the looks and the books down, the kings and queens on the scene. While we're strutting all around, our hearts unclean. Yeah, our friends, they secretly try to take our place. What a waste it was seen. See, you could be a relaxed hairstyle, walking dead child, or a spiritual imposter, a nappy-headed monster. Oh yes. All that matters is the character you foster, rich or poor. So where you go with who you roll, that means nothing to this soul, but I want to know what supersedes all trends. But tell me, when the money starts to flow, will you claim gold as your friend? Will you make amends or continue to pretend? Or did you ever really care in the end? And how old you are, well, that's news that I can't use because it puts you in a pile, and that's never been my style. But I'm down low. Can you let go? Let your soul control and not your ego? And smile the smile of your inner child when there are no people? For the root of what's real in this life, my money can't buy. So I'm gonna seek and find the right way to live. And the lesson that I'm gonna have to learn, I'm gonna have to earn until I seek and find reason in my rhyme. Thank you. That's that piece. Thank you. Thank you. So, poetry, it's everything to me. It's the rhythm to all the music that I actually make. These next pieces I'm going to do for you are actually music that I made with my band, all original music from Chicago. So we're just going to run it. I hope you enjoy it. This first piece is called So Be It. And it was actually for a Red Hot and Maya compilation that Femi Kuti did with his father. And so we're just going to run it. Thank you very much. This one's called Never Alone, and it's for the artist. That's all right. It's worth the waiting for. It's worth the wait. Okay, here we go. Back to So Be It. This song was a Red Hot and Maya compilation. It was a tune that I actually kept for myself, and it was for HIV awareness. But I wrote this song for our people, and it's called So Be It. And the refrain is one day, amen, ashe, it's me, not so be it. Thank you, everyone to feel it. Thank you. BC la Soviet. One day, I mean, I say BC la Soviet. This song is dedicated to the one. Creator, 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 creator. I was raised Christian, but I chose to listen to my own intuition. My people have their own traditions. So it's for the dignitary that I carry a coffin. It's for the missionary that I to bury corruption. And it's for the police that I one day, I mean, I say BC la Soviet. One day, I mean, I say BC la Soviet. The high and the third eye of the Christian and intuition of the Baptist, Blackist, Kushite, and the worldwide. One day, one day, I mean, I say BC la Soviet. One day, I mean, I say BC la. One day, I mean, I say BC la Soviet. One day, I mean, I say BC la. Ooh, oh, Thank you so much. This next song is Never Alone. This one, so this is, artists, like, Malcolm, no, you always traveling. Aren't you about to go on tour or something? Yeah, you know what I mean? Okay, so you're always in transit, always in motion. So for artists like us, it's hard to set roots and to be in one place because most times our calling is to not only create, but then to spread that into the world. So it's difficult when you're trying to have like a love situation popping. But it's possible. And so this one's called Never Alone. I'm sorry, can you take it back to the top? Thank you. Okay, this is it. It's called Never Alone. Yeah, you want to feel it. You feel it? Okay, for you. Living this life on the hustle, I've had to tussle with certain demons till I'm free. Developing my spiritual muscle isn't always easy, but I'm at my best when you're with me. And if you cannot physically be here, I'll always be near. Just consult your memory and remember this beauty. Not out of duty, but the beauty that we share. So rare, I swear. I'm never alone, you're always with me, city to city. I see you in my mind when I'm alone. When you're not with me, I just close my eyes and we're together all the time. You're always with me, city to city. I see you in my mind when I'm alone. When you're not with me, I just close my eyes. I just wanna be my own master. I'll come up faster if I cultivate my dreams and live a life of love and laughter. It's what I'm really after, but it's not as easy as it seems. For if you cannot physically be here, I'll always be near. Just consult your memory and remember this beauty. Not out of duty, but the beauty that we share is so rare, I swear. I'm never alone, you're always with me, city to city. I see you in my mind when I'm alone. When you're not with me, I just close my eyes and we're together all the time. You're always with me, city to city. I see you in my mind when I'm alone. When you're not with me, I just close my eyes. I'm never alone, you're always with me, city to city. I see you in my mind when I'm alone. When you're not with me, I just close my eyes and we're together all the time. You're always with me, city to city. I see you in my mind when I'm alone. When you're not with me, I just close my eyes. I'm never alone, you're always with me. You run through my song from city to city. I see you in my mind. I see you in my mind. I'm never alone. And every time I close my eyes, your face is such a sweet surprise. In my mind, you feel at home until you're never alone. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, wow. The best thing, Thank you. This last song, this one I have to go to Nigeria for the voice Weto. Excuse me, may I tell you something, please? I have something to tell all my people here. You know, in the summer, fall time, you know, people like to annoy you, frustrate you. You go to jail. You want to go to jail? No. Okay. Let me help you. So I was born to two Nigerian people, and I am a Nigerian woman too, as well as an American woman. But this song had to be born because any person who knows a Nigerian person, you've heard them tell you, don't mind them. And if somebody says don't mind them about somebody, they messed up. They did something that wasn't so great. But you know what? Nigerian people have taught me how to deal with problems with that, because it's almost like you saying, let karma deal with them. So that's what this song basically is. It's a cultural piece where we say, don't get frustrated, don't get the gun. No, you don't have to get the gun. No, you don't have to. Just don't mind them, okay? I'm gonna teach you something. There's a little piece where I need you to sing with me, you know, call and response, you know, the African side. I'll be looking for you now. I'm looking for you. Okay, I'm ready. Wow, listen, the next person you say, don't mind them, they'll be like, he knows something. I'm gonna be looking for all of you when it comes time. I'll show you, don't worry, you won't get lost. So just a little background while we're waiting on the music. All the music was created from musicians in Chicago. The music is pretty international. We play music from all over, but all the musicians, for the most part, are local artists who play a lot internationally. Some of the music we went to Jamaica and England to do, but for the most part, they were all Chicago cats who are really intelligent with the music, just black intelligence and excellence off the chain. So this particular song is a tribute to Afrobeat music for those people who are familiar with Afrobeat music, and to our father, Baba Fela Kuti, who started something that we have to finish. Or we can, Acapulco. Okay, I'm teaching the refrain while we wait. So I'm gonna say, don't mind them, I beg their kind you suspend. I beg, oh, don't mind them, I beg the evil they do will find them. Don't mind them, don't mind them, don't mind them, don't mind them. You got it, and then I'm gonna come back again. Don't mind them, don't. You're ready, we going on the road. You're ready. Okay, we're ready, you turn it up. Okay, you feel like dancing? Please, you wanna dance. Yeah, see, I got my squad right here. Y'all don't know these people. Oh. You part of the show now, you come on here. Ooh, I see you, Queen Mama. Whoa. Whatever you feel like doing, you just be comfortable. Mind them. Okay, first one. Oh, I have never seen people so mean. From adults to teens, child must be in the gene. They have so much greed. Because of so much need, don't honor kind deed, and understand how the good will lead the land, but mind them, they kind to suspect. Don't mind them, the evil they do will find them. Okay. Don't mind them, I beg they kind to suspend. I beg, oh, don't mind them, the evil they do will find them. Mind them, mind them, don't mind them. You know it now. You know it now. Turn it back. You like that? Don't mind them at all. They're coming like, oh, how they love to beg, love pulling your leg. Once you've been misled, their hands leave before the dead. They have so much greed, speak of so much need. Don't honor kind deed, can't understand how the good will lead the land. But don't mind them, they kind of so scared. Don't mind them, the evil they do will find them. Don't mind them, I beg, they kind of so spin. I beg, oh, don't mind them, the evil they do will find them. Don't mind them, mind them, don't mind them. Hey, they kind of so spin. I beg, oh, don't mind them, the evil they do will find them. Mind them, mind them, don't mind them. Yes, sir. Give it to him. Yes. Don't mind them. You do you. Are y'all ready? Don't mind them, I beg, the kind you do say, I beg, don't mind them, the evil they do find them, mind them, don't mind them, mind them. Mind them, don't mind them, I beg, they're kind of so sweet, I beg, don't mind them, the evil they do find them, mind them, don't mind them. Cause they come around with the misery they carry. They set the frown due to business they vary. Put the shut down when you're uppy or you're married. Why? When things are good, they don't want to talk about it. Let things go wrong and they love to scream and shout it. One day they'll be okay, but I doubt it. I doubt it too. Don't mind them. Don't mind them at all. When you see them coming around, don't get frustrated. Just look at them and say, don't mind them. They're kind of so thin. Don't mind them. The evil they do will find them. Mind them. Mind them. Don't mind them. Don't mind them, I beg, mind just them, I beg. Don't mind them, the evil they do, mind them. Mind them, don't mind them. Mind them, don't mind them. I like that. The evil they do, the evil they do, the evil they do, the evil they do, mind them. The evil they do, the evil they do, the evil they do, the evil they do, mind them. Don't mind them, don't mind them, don't mind them, don't mind them. Thank you very much. You guys are awesome. Have a good night. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, brothers. Oh, man. Y'all, give it up. Y'all hype. Y'all hype. Thank you. And our audience members who were so kind to come up on stage. Yes, indeed. I loved your finger. Don't mind them. Yes. Yes. Please step right in. We're going to set up for our next performer. We have heard some teaching and some inspiration. Just because we're being entertained does not mean we can't be educated and uplifted. And that's what has happened this evening. Don't you think? Yes. So we're going to continue on that vein, and I'm going to let you know, for those of you who do not know, Jessica Care Moore is about to come to the stage. Yes, yes. Now, some of you all may know some of her credits. I'm sure she will expound on them when she comes out. But I love the way that she has played on words with some of her businesses that she's created. So we should know that Jessica Care Moore is CEO of More Black Press. Get it? Founder of the literacy-driven Just Care More Foundation. And she's executive director of the Black Women Rock. And yes, yes. Now, we know her as an international poet, a playwright, a performance artist, a producer, an author. And she does have a book tonight for sale, her 5th one, along with our founder, Hakeem Mahbouti. Alrighty, so don't forget that. Yes, they're still writing and publishing. So, I need not say any more. Please put your hands together for Jessica Care Moore.
Mic check, check, check. Sound man was helping me. Hey, Malcolm, is Malcolm? Who's leading? Oh, great. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, give it up to Malcolm and the sister. Y'all give it to everybody else on stage. Before me, I got a lot of stuff. I'm just like, I'm gonna work it out though. I'm gonna put my water here. I'm gonna do what I gotta do. The hill's gonna last 2 homes, and it's gonna be a wrap. Can y'all do me a favor? Can y'all come closer? I don't know why y'all back there. I mean, the ancestors can sit way in the back, and then the people who really here can just sit a little closer in the front. I mean, if you're over 65, you should just do what you want. Don't listen to me. But if you know, a sound body and don't mind moving it right now, you could get a little more intimate since I can talk. So my work can reach you even closer. Hey, Matthew, yes. So, excuse me? Not yet. I'll keep you posted. Y'all already killed. Y'all already took over one town. Let's see. Detroit is a little different. Detroit and Nigeria do have a lot of things in common, though. It's kind of similar. The brothers are similarly aggressive. We were talking about that backstage. I need to thank my Baba Hakeem Mahbouti. Thank you so much, Baba Hakeem, not just for tonight. If you guys, I'm sure you have in Chicago, he's a treasure, right? A national treasure, but certainly a treasure here in this city, and has been a very important person in my life since I was a very young baby poet. You read these poems in front of your elders, and you just hope that maybe they say, okay, he done good, or give you a little encouragement. But Hakeem has been in my corner for all these years, through all my marriages, through all my books, all those things, like really keeping me encouraged. And he gave like advice to every man that wanted to marry me. He put them all to the side. I was like, oh, there we go. He's on the side with Baba Hakeem. May not make it back. So I consider him one of my fathers, and like my Baba Abiodun, and my Baba Umar bin Hassan, the last poets, and my Baba Amir Baraka, and my mama, who you'll see tomorrow if you have any sense. My mama Sonia Sanchez, who will be with you tomorrow in Chicago. And I wish I could stay, but I have a reading to do in Detroit, and a beautiful son to get home to. So I'm going to read my poems, and I have a lot that I want to say and to you, and I'm going to start with God is Not an American, and Hakeem wrote the foreword to my 3rd book, and he actually wrote this foreword. He called me for several weeks reading parts of my book back to me, and it just meant a lot, for him to write it and to give me the encouragement to keep going. It's not easy to be a poet for a living. It is not easy. It's not an easy life, and who am I, at my young age to be talking about it? Like, I've been doing it a long time, but it's been about 25 years for me now, and so I can only pray that when in my 70s, in my 80s, that I still be here, reading poems and trying to encourage our people to keep going. And just when you think you have nothing to write about, we have a terrorist in the White House, and so now there's all these poems to write and this work to do. And my son is 11 years old, my son King, and he only knows Barack Obama as his president. And I'll never forget, there's a book that Thurl Press is putting out called Not My President. If it's not out now, I'm in there. And my essay is called Mothering in a Time of War. And it's truly what I feel like it's nothing different than other people were going through in the 60s. It's just, this is our monster, right? And this is my son's monster because he's 11, and when Barack Obama was in office, he thought the American flag was Obama. He would see the flag and say, Obama, and I used to be like, for real? That's an interesting perspective. But then when Trump won, King was 10, and he was traumatized. And he said, because he knew, he's a smart child, he's paying attention to the world. I'm his mama, he can't help himself. And he said, Mommy, that's what this country, that's what they think of us? That's what kind of person, this is what this country is really about? And he, to watch his innocence get lost, his idealism go away at 10. And I said, well, this is your job, is to change the world, so none of this ever happens again. So here's your work, 10-year-old, this is your job. It's not Mommy's, it's yours. You're inheriting this world, so you have to fix it. And my son will. I mean, I don't know if the millennials gonna do it. I mean, they seem all right. They're an interesting crew, I date them now and again. So, they're dateable. All right, so I'm gonna do some poems. I know, I'm just talking. I'm a Scorpio, it's my birthday month. I'm feeling froggy. All right, so I need a music stand. The old people need music stands as we read poems. So, note to self. All right, this is petition for what up? So sweet. Oh, no, I got you. I did have Omari Hardwick hold my mic stand once though. That was kind of fresh. Petition for national holidays to honor the achievements of American women, and who in the hell else deserves a day off more than us? And I wrote this when I was pregnant in Atlanta, married to somebody, I don't know which one. And if I was pregnant, it was Kenyatta. So yeah, so I was married, and I was going to the post office, and the post office was closed, and I was pissed off, because I was like, what Monday is this that I'm supposed to be sitting at home looking at some football or barbecuing something or whatever? And it's because in America, they give you the holiday to celebrate. And so I was like, if they had a holiday to celebrate a woman in history, maybe I would know that I'm supposed to go sit down somewhere and take a vacation and take care of myself. And so that's when people were saying self-care every 5 minutes, So this is called Petition, and it's about a holiday that doesn't exist. So I'm gonna keep doing it till it shows up. This poem's a petition. Please sign and move along. Columbus got one and Macy's has a white sale. Washington and all the U.S. presidents were not his African mistress, not his black daughters. There's that one day to get based on genocide of Native Americans and eat turkey. Even Jesus can't have his own day. He has to share with some imaginary fat man in a red suit who only visits the rich annually. Finally, with much resistance, they let us have a day for Martin, but even Martin Luther King has some help. If anybody deserves a day off, it's a black woman. I'm not talking about a day that shout us out a token day recognition like Secretary's Day, something cute to add to the calendar. When I wake up on this morning, on this day, I want some shit to shut down. I don't want the mail to run. I want all the railroads to have a moment of silence in honor of Harriet Tubman. I want the Journal Truth to be read as Swahili summer clouds. I want the original Statue of Liberty return back to original African self. I want stone monuments for every rape, every daughter separating soul, for every child, cover her mother's womb, for every scar, the ones we can see, the ones we push down inside our stomach, braid into our hair, or spit down the toilet. I want a war memorial built off the Potomac River to represent the bloodshed of the African Holocaust, for women who jumped off sides of ships, smothered their babies to save them from a life of inhumanity. I want Cynthia McKinney Parkway in Georgia to be more than a green and white sign. I want to make that strip a highway about a circle at 285. This one for Zora, Coretta, Angela, Mary, Mama Stone, Kathleen, Rosa, Vivian, Irene, Virginia, Mama Love Lady, every child born girl today. I want Sophia, the black goddess writer who really wrote The Matrix, to be given more than money. I want to get all the same access keys to all those studio doors the Wachowski wolves ran through with ease with her story in her teeth, in her womb, in their pocket. A black woman's life is a cheat sheet for humanity. I want Octavia Butler to get a residual check on this day for every sci-fi movie ever made in the new millennium. I want my female classmates shot in the streets of Detroit, Chicago, Brooklyn to be memorialized and talked about by the Columbine students. For every black woman raising children alone. Any woman for that matter. Step moms, earth moms, midwives, housewives, any woman who gave her 9 to 5 and the ones who will never stop till they die or retire. I want the airlines to give them vouchers so every black woman can touch the ocean on this day to see a part of the world, something they dreamt of, help create but can't afford to enjoy. For every tongue we had to bite, for every heartbreak, for the dozen times we call itches, hoes, ugly, stupid, worthless, for every job broke, every wrist cut, every pill swallow, every collect call we say yes to, every bullet we swallow in the name of love on this day. This country will reflect on the sacrifices of Africa's daughters who by force have birthed your sons. This is just the beginning of my demands. This poem is a petition for a national holiday to acknowledge African American women for the systematic use of our backs. Tell me, will you sign up? All right, Kennedy King. Yeah. Detroit. So this is a love poem. Like my sister said earlier, it's also difficult when you're a black woman that reads books to find a good date. And I said, brother, ain't got a bookshelf. It's a problem. It's a real big problem. I be like, where your bookshelf at, brother? I see your car. Where your bookshelf? What you reading? I don't really read, sis. It's interesting. Okay. So this is called You Want Poems. And I'm honored at the Smithsonian Museum of African American History. This poem is featured on the 4th floor in full video. After President Obama does a mic drop, if you haven't gone yet, the video's there, and I'm there doing this poem. And you've seen it, yeah. So I got the honor, right? And so to watch my son look at, I got to see my son get to look at me and doing that poem in DC with everything. And so, yeah, I'll tell you, I my Smithsonian story afterwards, when down on the microphone. But I did some, anyway. I'm honored to be in it. And so this is called You Want Poems. And yeah, it's about love and people asking you for poems. Like, that's just something easy to give. When you are a woman, when you are brown, when you are brave, when you walk over glass like water, when you know your eyes are borrowed like time, when you peel off your skin for the very first time. Fear is never in style in the Mecca of the blue. Fear never lives in the gut of the new. You want poems, and I want to build my home. You want homes, and I just want love in my hands. You want poems, and I'm not interested in fans. You love me inside my magic, and I just want you to see you already had it. It is a telling when someone asks the way he holds a glass, licks the surface, examines without touching. It's the way our energy takes over rooms. It is a subtle conversation. It is the freedom of emancipated language. It is words scripted inside my skin. It's the curve of the lie, the beauty of the lies. Stories passed down to generations of pain and pride, ocean and tide. Water remembers, water returns. African mermaids blending with dark sand. It is the danger of the dance, my base of the heart, the dice roll drum, the cymbal tease, the last laugh, the addiction to this moment. Where else do I put it? Don't know where to put it. Place it, bury it deep in my chest, back of my throat. Where should I hide it on this stage? Should I give it to you? Here's my honesty about work undressed, legs stretched across piano, traded like cattle, raped like animal, left for dead, such drive for inspiration, in love with the idea of living long enough to simply write about it, pushing out my body and watch my son slowly grow into it. You said you wanted a poem. Now what you gonna do with it? Huh? Phyllis, Billy, Nina, Abby, Etta, Whitney, how much time you got? How much time you got? I'm a body of clocks. I'm a master of mics. I'm a metaphor for survival. I'm the gold they use to build their churches. A beautiful idea to flirt with, but who should I marry? The moonlight, the sunrise, the white dove, this music of prayer. How many babies we gonna make inside a song? Which revolution, which nation shall we rule? The island of the spirit world, the beauty of the believers, the carpenters, the men who build the dream and place you on the front line of their planet. One day, the stars will line up between voice and ink and voice, between reality and choice. It is the danger of the dance, the upright bass of the heart, the dice roll drum, the simple tease, the last laugh, the addiction to this moment. So that's my fourth book, Son, I Do Full of Hoes, and I'm real proud of this piece. And so I say this because why Haki is so important for me. Is that in 1997, I started More Black Press Publishing in my little apartment in Brooklyn. And I started publishing not just myself, but the poets of New York City. Saul Williams was my first poet. I took his book out, The Seventh Octave, in 1998. Went on to publish Sharice Simmons, Fast Cities, Objects That Burn. I did Tom Thomas, who used to be with the Washington Wizards, his book, More Than an Athlete. I published Raz Baraka, who is our mayor of Newark, New Jersey. Black Girls Run Love Hard, who is Amiri Baraka's son. And it was his first collection of poetry. I published my sister Asha Vandeli. So listen, this little poet ain't just about herself. The reason why I know, the reason why I have a music stand, and it's important that I make people call me a poet. Because as a black woman, when you're a poet, that means you're not just a spoken word artist. Because I'm not just a spoken word artist. I'm not, listen, I had to tell the Smithsonian who I was. I'm just gonna keep it very gully. And I was like, listen, if this was a white institution, I'll just be cussing y'all out. But because y'all are my people, I'm just gonna educate you. And I'm gonna need you to catch up. Because I come from something. And spoken word is cool. I mean, I got a rock band, I do rock and roll. That song, You Want Poems, Roy Ayers is playing on it on my album. Jose James is singing on it. I mean, I make music, but I'm a poet, and I have teachers. So just because we're young doesn't mean we're not poets. And because poets are scholars, and I realized when I started performing at these white institutions all over the country, when I was just in my early 20s, after winning the Apollo and performing all over the country, right, and then outside the country, when I realized spoken word artist was not in any of my bios. So I would come to places like Oberlin College or Wilberforce or whatever. I've been to Harvard, done Yale, done Cornell, I've been Northwestern, I've done all the schools, right? Yale, whatever. I was like, why are y'all calling me a spoken word artist when my bio says I'm a poet? And it dawned on me that the white English departments didn't respect black writers, right? And they definitely didn't respect the black poets that I came from, which were black arts movement writers and poets, because I was a black writer that cared about my community. So that meant my writing wasn't as good as academic writers who are boring, so most of the time, whose work I'd rather just read. I mean, it doesn't make me less than a poet because I'm okay on the mic. It doesn't make me less academic. It doesn't mean I'm not an educator. It doesn't mean I'm not an intellectual. It doesn't mean I'm not a scholar. So I made them call me a poet, and I continue to make them, and I have to teach us sometimes to call me a poet, because that's what I am. But you're crazy that something small like that label, how you have to fight just for that word. But if I was a white girl, let me tell you, they'll find a poet a lot for a white girl that's doing poetry on the Apollo or wherever I feel like doing it. Is it working now?
You have to work it manually.
It's okay, we good. Like I said, I'm good. This is called Damn Right, since I'm speaking of my elders. Y'all know Amiri Baraka? Can y'all say his name? Let's call his name Amiri Baraka. Amiri Baraka was very, very dear to me. I read this poem for the first time on January 9th, 2014 at his funeral. By request of his son, Raz, and family, they asked some of the new generation to write a poem. And so I wrote this. Hey, Baba Haki. I wrote this for him. I have all these beautiful pictures of him. They're up there. Just think about him. Y'all close your eyes. You remember what he looked like. I'm always waiting for him still to walk in. Just the way he walked in and sat down, I'm always waiting for Amiri to come and sit down. So. The death of my father at 69 reminds me that every new year is a kiss from God. Or maybe it's simply a reminder that catching bullets in our teeth are not just for comic book superheroes, that literary giants also battle against the monstrous heads of Connie and Bill and survive unscathed. Attention critics from nowhere, you might be forced to wear your spine to work today. Amiri Baraka is busy with a higher calling. Somebody gotta ask, who gonna be the messengers? Where is Sun Ra? Where are the Holy Ghosts, our prophets? Wise, so they call us hip-hop, but say we slam. When we are your students, Baraka, the invisible ones, the spooks that knock down doors. We don't juggle or hopscotch or jump through fire, we write. We know your bright sons have plans for this morning. We know your daughters are reimagining the night. Others began writing our suicide letters for us a long time ago. Ignoring the young cultural revolutionaries, you taught us how to breathe inside the polluted cesspool of segregated libraries. In the name of Baraka, we dance, we teach, we tear down, we build up, we believe in the face of the faithless. We move for those who be still, we fly for those who be still. We have no choice. Who created this fire? Who gonna keep it lit? Scholar with sword, master teacher with miracle as metaphor. Who gonna call the ignorant to their faces on national television? Who gonna make love beside the 8-bar blues? Here comes our heart, here comes our city, here comes our people. You don't have to explain your chakra, just breathe. Here comes Baraka. Damn right, here comes injustice. Damn right, here comes protest. Here comes the hat, here comes the B-boy stance, here comes freedom, here comes peace. Who gonna swipe the tea? Who gonna plant a poem and grow light? Who gonna bring the scholars out their Ivy Tower prisons? Who gonna call a spade a king? I'll joke the joker. Who gonna build a low bombs with the world and our bookshelves dying a little more every day? Who gonna teach the children? Who gonna rebel? Who gonna go into our prisons? Where are redemption songs now? We conjuring the whole truth of language from the scraps of a twisted alphabet. The chitlin backwash taste of bitter, standardized testing and watered down curriculum. We are the economy of pyramids, the who we be and the what we did. We what they thought was hid. Damn right these words don't fit. Damn right the record skip when your life is a calling. When the ancestors prepared you for the politics, how do you pick the red pill or the whitest fence? When our cities are born with the bluest eyes, the darkest tails, and the most beautiful African people who don't know they is Africans. Who's cutting the grass in the killing fields? The dream dealers, the beat creators, the painters. writers, poets, the movement people, the truth tellers, the lovers, the liars, oh bless you, the liars. Whose blues they gon' steal now? Which name they gon' mispronounce? Leave out, set back, pretend not to know. He created this fire, who gon' keep it lit, huh? Who gon' print the books? Who gon' program the silences? Who gon' own the bookstores? Who gon' burn the house down? Who gon' tell them the revolution is in your mirror? He created this fire, who gon' keep it lit, huh? Who rock the black, who rock the jazz, who rock the blues, who rock the dance, there were no shoes to drag. Where you from? Detroit, Newark, Harlem, Tuskegee, Berlin, Palestine. Who gon' kill? Who gon' fill the arc with art? Who gon' be the new? Who gon' recognize the old? Who gon' identify your soul? Spirits don't lie, but the papers do. Who gonna control? Who remembers you? Me, us, we damn write your stories of that of a lion on the front line of American schizophrenic jungle. Prophet, fighting, and warrior in blood, they cannot kill us all. With their black face and tragic, twisted imitations of life, we understand Amiri Baraka has outlived your double cross. His books held political prisoner by unestablished, unsophisticated establishments. We hold his words as armor, as a symbol of our fearlessness. We ask his children, his wife Amina, for permission to claim him. We smile his boyish grin, waiting for the local bomb to drop. He teaches us there is jazz playing every time the sun rises. A jackal of words, a blues man with his hat always in place. Baraka, father of movement and possibility. Baraka, black and artistic, handing out pamphlets full of rebellion and resistance. We know your life work is simply an answer to a question. Why God? Why ancestors? Why Malcolm? Why Langston? Why Jane? Why Lucille? Why Haki? Why Eskia? Why Gil? Why Sonia? Why Last Poets? Why Asha? Why Tony? Why Saul? Why Thomas? Why Mike? Why Kevin? Why Gary? Why Ursula? Why Lamar? Why Willie? Why Carl? Why Major? Why Lisa? Why ancestors? Why brilliant? Why organizer? Why father? Why uncle? Why scholars? Why essayists? Why teachers? Why legacy? Why black genius? Why black genius? Why Baraka? Why God? Why in the hell did you have to make me a poet? And God replied, Leroy, somebody had to show him how to do it. No? Okay, let me keep going. I got a couple more poems. Y'all good? I got my shoes on, so proud of myself. So this is a poem I'm reading, and I had to say like to Baba Haki, which I was saying earlier about how he's been such a support system, a necessary model for me, and a lot of poets, not just me, but I like to claim him like he's mine. Everybody does that. Like Sonia's by Sonia, you know, everybody got their relationships with the elders, and just so grateful that you're here. So I remember like back in the day when I started first reading poetry, a lot of women were getting accused of like not liking men for some reason, like if you're strong black women, somehow you don't like brothers or whatever. I don't know. So if you speak about reality of relationships, you say anything negative about a man, I mean, you don't like him. So I love brothers, right? And I got 5 older brothers. I'm comfortable. Most of my closest male friends, my closest friends in my life are men. And I tell young girls all the time, if you need to find a way to make friends with men that you don't sleep with, it's really important, you know, to like establish bonds with men and have like, I have like lifelong friendships with brothers. I don't kiss them, we don't hold hands. They're my brothers, you know. I got 5 biological brothers, and I had a daddy until I was 22, until he passed away. And so I wrote this piece, and right before I read this piece, maybe, I don't know, twice in my life, Susan Taylor, who's very dear to me, and has also supported my voice. When they asked for a poet, Susan Taylor from Essence Magazine, y'all know Susan Taylor is, National Cares Mentoring, she can absolutely call anybody in the world, and she always calls me, and I appreciate her so much, because she calls my name, like, and I love her for that. And she asked me to write a piece to honor black men at her Cares Mentoring Gala Tribute, and so this is what I wrote, and it's called Just to Watch You Walk, and my sister Falaz on the video, and we're gonna try to do it. we got it. And yeah, so it's always, you know, for my daddy, but I always have to give it to my Baba Haki. I could simply start with your walk, the 100 miles you traveled to find us after emancipation, or the way you confidently stride into a room and coolly take it over when you decide to smile, reminding us that in your 90s, that radical voices and visionaries are still necessary for our survival. Harry Belafonte. Our hearts need more space for rebellion men like you. We love your grace in a world that has attempted to kill your spirit and turn your women against you. We love your body safely in our arms. We a fortress of feminine armor for the blows, those countless back dresses we never truly fit our grief into correctly, bearing our sons, our boys, our fathers. Yes, some of us have fathers who showed us how to be mothers and wives, to indigo children with twilight eyes and colorful dreams. We are your memory when the world forgets to call your name. Some of you are warriors, H. Rap Brown, Bobby Seale, Nat Turner, Geronimo Pratt, Mumia Abu-Jamal. Others gave their lives, Martin Luther King Jr., Fred Hampton, institution builders, business owners, historians, philosophers, men of peace, men of prosperity, Alain Locke, Du Bois, Schomburg. I could begin with your bloodline, Crispus addicts, shed for your country's revolution with thousands of black soldiers who fought for America's independence. Their names, invisible threads sewn into a fabric of white stars and red stripes. We know your value is beyond measure. Your black bodies, once taxable, created Wall Street. Your spine, the starting line of an economic empire built on free labor, just to watch you walk instead of riding the bus, organizing funerals and inspiring self-determination. We, millions of sisters, hijab cover, prayer beads in our palms, holding you up with Betty on the floor of the Audubon ballroom, shining prince. That bullet could never kill your smile or your message. El Haj, Malik, El Shabazz, we still strapped with resistance. Some of us know young Malcolm, studied to Ray, Nkrumah, Farrakhan, Biko, Adam Clayton Powell Jr., and Garvey, Thurgood Marshall, Jesse Jackson, Huey P. Newton, Sharpton, Dyson, and our revolutionary Rasta brother, Bob Marley. We marvel at the healing miracle and comic genius of our brother Dick Gregory, Richard Pryor, Red Fox. Your curses, epic poetry on vinyl never stop. We witness your glory and death on film, Denzel. We recognize the vision of Charles King, the rich presence of Cheeto, the flawlessness of Fishburne, the undeniable cool of Portier, the transformational Will Smith into Boo My Yay. Your thunderous bass bellowing through our theaters. You anointed us with unlimited joy, alive inside your voice, beloved Ozzie Davis. Always the mayor and a Spike Lee joint. Gift to our Ruby, you personify black love, or perhaps that was you, Paul Robeson. Here we all stand, here you all stand, the most feared and the fearless. It could be the poetic grace of your quick left hook when the politics and the pretty were too much for the ropes and lynch mobs. Muhammad Ali, born from clay. We the Black Fist of Joe Louis and the style of Sugar Ray. We the swinging Satchel Page's bat and Jackie Robinson just stole second. Wait a second, the Tiger just mastered the game of golf. Lions on the court, Kareem, Jordan, Isaiah, Bernard, B.K. King, Iverson, Kobe, LeBron, and Magic. You put your beat down for us on the field so we stand up for Collins, number 7. You are Romare Bearden, rich collage imagination, the brilliant shadows of Aaron Douglas in the form of Robert Taylor, the first black MIT graduate, the tenacity of the scientific genius of physicist Walter Massey, the courage of Brian Stevenson, fiercely confronting the history of lynching is that the wind, or the beauty of our brown, chiseled winged bodies flying through the air, elevating legs of possibility high above the insurmountable obstacles to tell our story of compassion. We are the future of Bill T. Jones and the children of Alvin Ailey. Our African rhythms dancing under the shoes of the Nicholas brothers, Gregory Hines, and the whirlwind flavor of Savion. We are the descendants of anonymous men like Sam, who helped Bill solve the issue of removing seeds from cotton, but wasn't allowed to patent the cotton gin. Urban farming is not something you need to teach to black people. We are clear on how to grow a tomato. Still, only a black man can invent a way to turn peanuts into 300 more products: soap, dyes, wood stain, chili sauce, iron tonic, and a milk substitute. We are American innovators. George Washington Carver, we salute you. Coltrane and Cole, Miles and Louis, Hendrix and Bootsy, Ramsey Lewis and Art Blakey, Cab Calloway, Billy Eckstein, you shine while Smokey wipes away our tears, while Marvin sang the word woman like the Holy Ghost on command, like prayers pushing out the dangerous miles of those new horns, the survival signs of Kebby, Carter, Jones, Gunn, Keys of Legend, Mark Carey, Deshaun, Glasper, our Detroit brothers, electronic music, guys of techno in the hereafter, the drumlets of Kareem Riggins, the wonder of Stevie, the old school soul of Dilla. We love the Ogun walk in you, the John Henrik Clark fire in you. You are the brass audacity of a ship-shaped Smithsonian. Lonnie Bunch, we see you. Curator of black excellence, you, Amiri Baraka, Hakeem Adabuti, Woody King, August Wilson, last poets, Clinton Clinton, Gil Scott Heron, Dudley, and all publishing holy books and those black theater of black poetics. We are actors and necessary activists. Danny Glover, Walter Mosley, telling our courageous stories of devils in blue dresses. You are our message in a bottle with low-cool investments. Your work ethic so epic it sings. Roger Guinevere Smith, Chandler, and Frederick Douglass, the Panthers, and Rodney King. Your spirit moved the heart work of Charles Drew into a modern Brooklyn superhero like Dr. Rob Gore, creating kings against violence that help stop our children being rushed through the emergency room doors. Black stars are everywhere, off the record. Kweli, Kame, Yassine, T.I. Kendrick. Without you, we wouldn't have the traffic lights. Some of you just stopped traffic. From the grassroots activists to the five William Malcolm suit and tie, that's my boy Detroit. We design life and raw materials. The innovation of Willie Smith, Stephen Burrows, turning fabric and patterns into miracles. Fabulous, undefinable architects of cultural genius. Andre Leon Talley, teachers, organizers, businessmen, fashion and media moguls, and even healthy yogis. Russell Simmons, Reggie Lewis, Robert Johnson, Wall Street's Jeremiah Hamilton, the current fire of Ray McGuire. From John Kyers to John Lewis, Baraka and Booker, Coleman, Dickens, and Kassim. Every black man alive today is an answer to an ancestor's dream, just to watch you walk into that White House. That's why we love you, 44. You are all my 10-year-old king knows of an American president. He was raised with the audacity of hope, and yes, he can, beaten inside his chest. President Barack Obama, we know you are not done yet. You are all protected by our collective intuition. We heard that train taking a breath before stopping at Fruitvale Station. We know the intentional sound of assassinations don't always wait for our power overseas to grow up into strong trees of men. In Cleveland, every woman's heart I know stopped beating for a few seconds. It took for Tamir Rice to be dead. For Tamir Rice to be dead on the playground at 12. We push out God when our water breaks and watch evil attempt to break us at birth. Steal your breath away in the middle of the day. Eric Gardner, Trayvon Martin, Michael Brown, Sean Bell, Amadou Diallo, Oscar Grant. We are the hum-horn stories of Marcellus' blood on the fields of Ferguson, of Chicago, of Harlem, of Atlanta. You are all of our sons. Baldwin's fire next time. Princes and kings of soul, beautifully human, from the front line to the free throw, the pulpit to the prison industrial complex. We know we need you when there is nothing left. I could simply start with your walk, but our children are born running, and our hearts are making space for more men who will walk just like you. Thank you. And thank you. Thank y'all. I'm gonna be like a couple more, and then we're supposed to do a talk of some sort or whatever, right? Okay, this is supposed to happen. So, we want our bodies back. This is for Sandra Bland. If black women could be cut down, no, removed gently from American terrorism, who would break our fall? Which direction would we travel to feel safe? Wild is the wind. If we could turn in this candy, sharpened bones, this brain full of power and history, who would we resemble? Invisible doesn't come in black. How many nervous breakdowns? How many funeral black dresses? How many fibroids? How many nooses? How many of our bodies must be raped, cut into pieces, burned inside garbage bags buried? How many of us blossom a beautiful tree of life and pray their pride is a cut down the middle, reduced to trunks, or a close friend doesn't die, climbing their limbs, attempting to simply grow outside the gritty soil they were planted? I put a spell on you. Holly Hobby ovens, Girl Scout cookies and Barbie dolls. Don't prepare our revolutionary daughters born with capes and wings to have a pig's knee pushed into their backs. Girls raised by wolves, taught to disappear, to be quiet, to not talk about it. How much black breath is allowed space in the state of Texas? A place that has sucked the life out of countless, miscounted, uncounted brown, poor women die here. I got life. Sandra Bland got the death penalty for a traffic stop. Her body was 28 years young. How to make sense of our bodies? Bodies burnt by cigarettes. Bodies smoked out of their own neighborhoods. Bodies with abandoned lungs and hearts. Bodies mistaken for women when they are still girls. How do we construct a survival guide, a poem for our daughters' bodies without throwing up our breakfast? How do our mothers' bodies not implode after telling our sons to comply, to not speak, to keep their heads down, to allow their bodies to be dragged by racist police? Jim Crow ain't never flown with this much wingspan. Egos flying for safety now. But the reach is deep in southern and Midwest. Shadows the east, lands in the west. Texas, you will always be Mexico in denial. Poet Ron Allen asked me, oh, y'all didn't? Okay. Texas, you will always be Mexico in denial. Poet Ron Allen asked for his body back in 1996, and we are still waiting. We want our bodies back. We want our bodies back. We want our bodies back. We want them returned to mothers without blood, without brain exposed, without humiliation, without bruises, without glass, without fire. We want our bodies back. We want our cities back. We want our culture back. We want our land back. We want our streets back. We want our freedom. We want our justice. We want our bodies back. We want our bodies back. We want the wrapped in white silk. We want the paraded around the White House. We want these flags you stand up for a baseball game at half-mast. We want national holidays to honor our bodies, our knees, our prayers, our ears, our genitals, our eyes, our fingers, our feet. We want 21 gun salutes when we enter a damn room. We want our bodies back. We want the anointed in oils. We want the worn around your neck. We want the remembered. We want the worshipped on Sunday. We want our magic you try to bottle. We want our essence you attempt to steal. We want our elegance, our sex, our walk, our cool. We want our recipes, our intelligence, our science, our stars, our history. I want my Moroccan nose. I want my holy water breast. I want my side legs, my alien arms, my Ivory Coast mouth. I want our breath back. I want our time back. I want your foot off our girls' backs. I want all your badges back. I want you to evaporate into dust like swatted moths. Go Don't cut me down from the noose. Don't cut me down from the noose. Let my legs dangle for the devil. What a spectacular magic show. Why you turn the cameras off? Why you turn the cameras off? This is a simple bed like you got front row. This is your venue. This cell, this hole is no one's home. Is no place for a woman to die. You probably never heard of Judith Jameson, Catherine Dunham. Oh, we know how to get our legs in the air. We know how to elevate and use our bodies to tell a story of middle passage, of survival, of lynching. You have always loved our bodies under your control. Don't you touch me. Don't you take me down, murderer. Don't you touch my body. Don't touch my music. Don't touch my patience. Don't touch my cardboard. Don't come near my window. Don't talk to me in that tone. This body of work got work to do. I'm resurrecting my body in new forms daily. Watch for me in your deepest sleep. Black is the color of my true love's hair. Listen for my songs. Watch for my walk. Listen for my voice. My black girl attitude. Watch my body resist your death traps. Watch me rise. Watch my rebirth. Watch us rise up from this new Jim Crow, from these new unspoken apartheid laws. We want our bodies back. We want our bodies back. We will take them, protect them, raise them, remember you, Sandra Bland. We will never forget your brown body, your mind, your pride, your spirit, your love, your vow to do God's work. We want your drive from Illinois to Waller County back. We want all our daughters back, and we want them back now. I have no idea what time it is. Okay. Can I do one more? Okay. Well, anyway, it's called DHS office trip number 7. And, oh, listen, this is for my mothers in the audience, okay? Because, hello. We do what we have to for our children. And DHS office is an evil place, and it's set up to dehumanize women. And I learned this by experience, and I didn't grow up on welfare. My daddy was a construction worker. He owned Tom's Trucking his whole life. I never saw my daddy work for a white man a day in his life, and that's why it's just not what I do. He's a very independent spirit. He came from Alabama, up south like everybody else, but didn't go work at the big 3 like most people did. He started his own construction company and then hired people to work for him. So my daddy was a boss, which is why I'm a boss. And my mother worked for Michigan Bell and raised 2 beautiful brown children on the west side of Detroit and was dedicated to motherhood and has to work ethic that's out of this world. I had to make her best friend had to die. It was my godmother, my black godmother, in order for her to stop working. Because she didn't know how she knows his work. I come from working class people. But I never judge people or mothers who have to go get welfare, right? It's just for food. This country's so rich and ugly, right? And greedy. And it's ridiculous, I don't even start with reparations and why we deserve the money or anything that they give out from the government. I don't want nothing from them. But children, right, should never be hungry in this country. We waste so much food. And so I left my husband when my son was 10 months old, and I came home to a place called Detroit where no poets made money. I was like, that's not I make money. I don't know what y'all do, but we have to figure this out. And I'd been living for 12 years in Brooklyn and Harlem and Atlanta and had a 3,600 square foot house in Atlanta. And I left all of that for my sanity because people care about houses. I wrote a poem in my 4th book called They Only Ask About the House when I left my husband with my baby. That's all everybody asked me about was my damn house. They're like, what about your house? I'm like, what about it? You mad you get rid of my big crib no more? Like, what you mean the house? And I was like, I said, this is my house. This house is everything. Right? I don't need that extra. I don't need the California king. I'll be all right. I survived. I lost lots of paintings in that move. But I had to get out of there. I recognized early that it wasn't going to be a healthy environment for my son. So I had to go. And I've been going ever since. But I came home. And instead of, I lived with my mother for maybe 2 months, and I realized I couldn't do that. And as mothers, girls, you can't do that when you get grown, you get your own children. It's hard to go home to your mother. It's nice to have a mother to go home to, right? I did do that. And then I realized I couldn't do that for long. And I went and got an overpriced loft downtown. And one of my family members, who's my favorite brother, said to me, Jessica, because I came back, I didn't have no job. I was a poet. And he said, don't you think you're living outside your means? And I said, everybody here lives below their potential. So I'm going to go get something that's really high rent, because it's going to motivate me to go get money so my son can live a certain way. Because my son's name is King, and this is how I roll. And I did that for 6 months. I had my nervous breakdown in style. I had valet parking for my Honda Accord because I was not about to mess with snow. I've been in Atlanta for 7 years and I didn't want to be cold. And I went about the snow. Now I'm Detroiter again. I don't care about snow no more. But I was a little fragile when I came home in many ways. And so my girlfriend looked at me. I was about 119 pounds, which is not cute for me. I don't do skinny like that. And she was like, what's up? Are you all right? And so the things I was nursing my son, which is the thing you're supposed to do. But because I was stressed out and moving and leaving my marriage and starting my life over and people telling me what I'm supposed to do in my life all of a sudden, I wasn't all the nutrients in my body when you're nursing over to your baby. So there was nothing left for me. And my girl was like, the last thing you need to be thinking about is food. Go get a bridge card. And so my experience at the welfare office was one of the best experiences of my life. It was so humbling and important for me to walk into that welfare office just that few times I had to, so that I could write this poem for women and for mothers who have to walk into that welfare office for their children. And it's called DHS office trip number 7. And I'm going to end my reading tonight with this one. The homeless man gives my son $1. I am hiding, hoping to not look like I'm doing well. Doing well doesn't go with the chairs in this office. I'm thankful and embarrassed. The same day I was booked for a show in Paris, asked to be in a film being shot in Harlem in the summer, booked for a keynote at another college. My son's health insurance was canceled by the state. And the daycare said I owed him $3,000 and have to pay it so my son can register for the new year. The daycare lady is asking me if I have a job again. I'm a famous poet, writer. I performed all over Europe, America, South Africa. I'm an Apollo legend, remember me? I was on the cover of the Metro Times last month, the cover of African American Family. My son began here in the summer. Our pictures are on the inside. Our photos are in full color and 6 feet tall at the Museum of African American History. I am one of the women of a new tribe. I'm on exhibit, on display, always on display. Exactly what does being a legend pay? I need some W-2s for this life. In order to receive help from the state, you have to be working. My writing is my work. I can't have my son 24 hours a day and write and create new work. Question marks float on top of the head of the caseworker. I was going to beat the caseworker up. I was going to hit her with my books. I was really going to ready to go to federal prison for like 5 years for assault, and the king would think I'm a revolutionary, and I would visit him and get with him. I was really ready to do it. What you do as a poet, instead of blowing up buildings and beat people up in places where you go to jail for a long time, you just write poems about them in the parking lot and cry, and you get this is the meditation, right? This is the important work. Because the reason why nobody is hurt around me in those situations is because I have poetry to lean on, so that I can get it the hell out, so you don't go crazy. When you got a black woman, not a white woman, a black woman, trying not to give me money for food. We hate each other. My boys can get welfare faster than me in Detroit because they can flirt with the caseworker. They got welfare, they don't even got no kids. They got bridge cards. Really? How do you get a bridge card, man? You know, holler at the caseworker. That's real. This is madness, I tell myself. In order to see help from the state, you have to be working. My writing is my work. I can't have my son 24 hours a day and write and create new work. Question marks float on top of the head of the caseworker. Herbie Hancock plays in the background. This is the music I brought to this place. Never leave your music at home. Never leave your music at home. They only play the TV on one station in the lobby, the Sci-Fi Channel or something. Sometimes there are cookies full of M&M's. King, don't touch the cookies, baby. King, don't touch the cookies. I made up a job because my job wasn't a job. I made up a job because my job is not a job. And apparently told that I make too much money that doesn't really exist, so now I'll be allocated $12 a month for food. My first husband caused me by mistake in the middle of all of this. We laugh about read poems for 20 years. Our son, my earth son, cracks jokes about him getting old. We are elders and we still young, says Kevin Powell. This is a thankless job. Weldon Irvine. Y'all know Weldon Irvine? Jazz people? Weldon Irvine co-wrote To Be Young, Gifted, and Black by Nina Simone. Really important person in jazz history. This is a thankless job. Weldon Irvine would whisper in my ear at the Schomburg before he killed himself a few years later. Thankless, 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 thank you, thank you, thank you, thankless, 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 thank you, thank you, thank you, Joni Mitchell, to drown out this moment. Mariah Carey, Anita Baker, Jennifer Hudson, yeah, that Beyonce song if I were a boy. Thank you, angels, past lovers, ex-husbands, rappers, DJs, producers, basketball players, guitar players, novelists, philosophers, painters, industry intellectuals that will never ever get it. All you deep mofos, thank you, Mos Def, for telling me it was honorable to live my life, travel the world. When people ask me what I do, I simply say I'm a poet. Thank you, Talib Kweli, for being a friend outside the music. Thank you, Roger Guinevere Smith, for Huey P. Newton and the head nod. To Ozzie Davis for that elbow on my arm and that smile. Thank you, Nas, for the prediction, because we never know the outcome. Thank you, Les Post and Sonia and Hakeem and Baraka. Thank you, my Nana, for buying coats and uncles for shoes and daycare. More family, I have more family. I was born a more. I'm headed to LA for some shows. I gotta stop crying and write the show. But this is not a show. This is my life, God. This is my life, my blessing, my gift. Got a gig in Cincinnati while I was writing this, my January rent. Thank you, Daddy. God, past lovers, present lover. Got your text, baby. I'm okay. Thankless, thankless, Thanksgiving, no. Thank you, said the abuse, turkey, no. Thank you for the slaughter, and name of giving, and name of family poems. This is what I have to give. I'm eating poems today. I'm thankful. I'm humiliated. I'm embarrassed. I'm surviving. I'm surviving. Odetta just died. Lucille Clifton just died. J. Cole, Tara just died. Just died. Aaron just died. Minnie, Baraka just died. Dick Gregory just died. You can't stop me, no. You can't stop me. This is my job, damn it. This is my job, you know. I'm a mother. Give me my check. I'm a mother. Give me my check. Amen. 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 A woman. A poet. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm hiding all the turkeys in my backyard this year. How are y'all gonna give thanks? Somebody gotta die for you to be thankful. I miss you. Yale, Richard Pryor, Tom Moore, Marion McKeever, Sekou Cindy-Otto, Weldon Irvine, Rosa Parks. You can't find them. You can't find me. You can't find them. You can't find me. We are busy writing. We're busy confusing your paperwork with real life. My lover says he talks to me in real life. The internet is an illusion, but people are addicted to illusions. So thankless, thankless world. Not me, 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 not me. Happy 50th anniversary, Baba Hakeem. I love y'all. Thank you, 19. Yes. All that energy. Thank you.
We really appreciate y'all letting us come here this evening. We really do. That's why now we are graduates of the school. Okay, when I was here with Wilson Community College. I don't know, you were here with Wilson?
Okay, first year change to Kennedy King.
Okay. And Third World Press, upon our 50th anniversary celebration, has asked this wonderful poet, one of my cultural daughters, to come and grace us this evening. Did she do a wonderful job? And I saw the whole show. I was outside eating sandwiches. And they got big nice screens out there in the hall so everybody could see it. But what we want to do now, President and Dean, is present you all with a full library from Third World Press. This is a gift. And it will be a gift that will keep on giving, because what happens every time we publish a new book, you will receive it for the library. And this is the invoice, and this invoice comes to about, how much is it? The price, it's a little bit over $3,000, I know that. And it's going to be more. Some of the books out of print, but they come up. But this is about close to a little bit of 100 books. Okay. I want to thank you all. And we got to support these two brothers. Community college in the city is very corrupt. I can say this. It changed presidents like Jessica changed clothes. All right. And she's always clean every day. And so we got to support them. It's not easy. This is not easy at all. But it's your job to be the best. We came through this college, and we were able to fight our way into, four-year universities, graduate school, and do well. She heads the Southside Community Arts Center, founded in part by Margaret Burroughs, who also founded the Southern Museum. This is also her centennial. I'm here in part because of Gwendolyn Brooks, who was my cultural member for 33 years, and we got 15 of her books in here that we published at Third World Press. And so, you young people, this is a start. We were here, and the president's correct. We didn't have the money. We couldn't pay that large university tuition, but this was our start and allowed us to go into the next level. Do not take this for granted. Do not take it for granted. Get your brothers here, get your sisters here, get your mama back in school, get your grandma back in school. It's here for us. I found the Third World Press in Inglewood, 63rd and Ada, in a basement apartment that had $400 in a mimeograph machine. Now we're on a half a block on the south side of Chicago. All right? You all will be my guests tomorrow. Come out tomorrow at 2 o'clock at 7823 South Ellis. That's our school, the Betty Shabazz Academy. We'll have a all-day Black Arts Festival. And Sonia Sanchez will be there to help kick this thing off, along with Eugene Redmond. Where's Eugene at? Oh, right here, Eugene Redmond. Oscar Torre, Columbia Salam. A whole lot of people. All right, and then of course Maggie Brown. All right, will be there with the music, and we'll have food for y'all. So come on out tomorrow. At this time, we want to let you go out and get set so she can sign some
I'm gonna
books.
shout out Cleveland in the house. I just know, come on now, y'all, can y'all
Oh,
please,
okay.
Cleveland, can you please stand up? I want to acknowledge that y'all, you brought these students from Cleveland. Tell me the full name, is it Cleveland, is it class, Cleveland, tell me the name of the group. 12 Literary Arts, y'all, they came from Cleveland, Ohio. Yeah, I got books for y'all. Yes.
Also, it's my wife back in the back, Dr. Carol D. Lee. All right. And this is for Brother Cleveland and Malcolm and these young brothers out here. The secret is marry women smarter than you. All right. And that's what I did. And so we're going to take a quick picture and let the president say goodbye.
And before we go, we
Okay.
have some presentations that need to be made.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and this will be the last of it. And you want to step to the microphone and get that started. Thank you.
You've given us gifts. You've come bearing gifts of words and music and joy. Professor Desmond McFarlane, Chair for the Humanities and Fine Arts Department, and we're so grateful for what you've brought us and what you've gifted us. And we too want to give you gifts. So, as a small token of our gratitude, we give you something from the ceramics. Appreciation of our gratitude. Again, thanks again.
Thank you, son.
And,
You see the last word? Give us the last word. So give us the last word so we can move on. Okay.
our appreciation.
Hold on. Okay, when we take this picture right quick so we can go, she can go, she needs to get out here before people leave. I want to sell some books.
I want
Okay?
y'all to buy all my books. Okay.
This is, the important thing about all this is that you can take pictures while I'm talking. When my first book came out, I think, like in 1966 and 67, I was standing on the corner of 63rd and Cottage Grove selling books for $1 a hit, all right? This young sister came up, like I followed Broadside Press and Billy Randall. She came after Broadside Press, Billy Randall, Lotus Press with Naomi Long Magic, Seafon with Baraka and so forth, and Third World Press. So she's our new generation of poets and publishers as well as teachers. We got to support her.